Saturday night. Tonight's video will be a tasting of, I think, around $11 and $12 Cabernets, and then the $2 Chuck, the Charles Shaw, which is no longer $2 but $3, as just a comparison wine in there. I was not fond of it when I did the $2 Chuck wines. Interested to see how it stacks up to a Chilean Cabernet, Washington State Cabernet, a Lodi, California, and the Sterling's probably from Napa or Sonoma, but different than the McManus, which is from Lodi. So it'll be an interesting little tasting. As I go through each one, I'll go through the exact price I paid for each one, see how each one does. So start pouring and see how it goes. So all the wines are poured, 5 of them tonight. I do have another tasting. That's going to be some various reds, Merlot, Shiraz, some Spanish, a Rioja, Malbec. So that'll be another tasting. I think that'll be just sort of a mishmash. Tonight's just these 5 Cabernets, and just seeing how they are at that price point. I have the receipt in front of me, so as I go through each one, I'll sort of see if I could figure out the price of each one as well. So I do know the $2 Chuck is just $3. Looks like the McManus Cabernet from Lodi is $8. The Montes, which is from Chile, $10. At least I think it is, or it's 11. It says I have 2 Montes wines. Let's see which one that is. The Sterling is 11. I got a Columbia Crest. Maybe I should have done this in advance. These are not very easy to figure out the price. Well, regardless, all these are in the sub $12 price range, it looks like. Yes, seems about consistent. I also have a white wine tasting to do as well. So some very affordable in that 10, 11, I think the most is a $13 bottle of white. Try to keep it sub $15 and then see how they pair up. First, I'm just going to go through them as a quick nose of each one. This $2 Chuck, the Montes. I just want to get a quick aroma from each one before I actually get into each individual tasting. I'm already a little nervous. Color me very nervous. Well, I think I'm going to do the $2 Chuck last, actually. And I'm going to start with the Montes, the Chilean. So I'm going to bring the bottle out. And it is a 2019 vintage, so very young, actually. So there it is right there. It's called Chagua in Chile. If there's any other information in there, we'll see. So, a little bit of a stewed fruit. Feels like it's got a little bit of a burnt fruit aroma. It's got decent acid. So right off the bat, it makes my mouth water a little bit. It's a little atypical for Cabernet to give you that kind of acid. It's got this volatile acidity. I think it's where that acid's coming from, aroma. It isn't very pleasant smelling. It's really not that much. It's not very pleasant tasting either. It lacks in a lot of the character of Cabernet. I know Chile does a little different, but no, not very good. Would definitely not recommend this one at all, even for the price. I think this is $11. Either way, it's just not very good. Let it sit a little longer, but definitely on the pass there. Probably in the realm of a C minus D, C minus type wine. Not totally undrinkable, where it's disgusting, but just not very pleasant. Let's go to the Columbia Crest 2017 Grand Estates out of Washington State. Very difficult to read the back. Columbia Valley, so Washington State. Let's see about this one. Initially on the aroma, I smelled something a little bit like, yeah, it's still there. Like a burnt rubber. What is that? Some cork. I'm going to do a little water in between. This has got a burnt rubber smell. So your car peeling out of the driveway. Not really what you want in your wine. It's hard to get over that. It's so overwhelming. Oh, very thin. Ooh, short finish. That lacks all body and character. It's easier to drink than the Montez, but it's bad. Sour fruit. No tannin. There's no tannin. Did the first one have any tannin? I mean, they had the lightest amount of tannin. It really isn't pleasant. Let me get a napkin here. No, not pleasant. Not pleasant. No, this is also a pass. Definitely no way you should be buying or drinking this at all. It's just not. I think a little more tannin there on that one, that sip, but it's got an astringency. Just unpleasant. Even my face is telling you these aren't pleasant. All right, McManus from Lodi. So region a little more east, Napa and Sonoma. I feel like anything they're saying on the back isn't very helpful. Medium-bodied. Had McManus Petite Syrah a long time ago. Probably the last McManus wine I had. I think in the $10 or $15 range, the Petite Syrah was decent. Probably before I really got into some better Petite Syrahs, and then never looked back. Carlisle and Robert Bialy, Turley. After I got into those Petite Syrahs, even Gerard in the about $30 range. There's just no reason to go for a cheap Petite Syrah anymore. I used to like Petite by Michael David. I don't really like that wine anymore. All right, this smells better. So I can smell some fruit. There's finally some fruit here. Some raspberries. I smell some raspberries. So this is the first one that has some fruit smell. How about the Sterling? I'm just going to sniff this. Ooh. Just give it just checking the aroma. A little bit of tannin, a little zing there, white pepper, spicy raspberry. It's better. It's better than the other two. Certified green, whatever that means. Some tannin. It's got an astringency too. This is a little bit better. Price on this is $8. This is actually cheaper than the others. A little better, but minimally. Minimally. If the other two are C minuses, it's just really a C. Maybe the other two are like D's, and this is a C minus. As we go through, I'm going to have to probably regrade. Just not. It's mine. It's a touch better. Not by a lot. Last one, that was also a 2018. This is Sterling Vintners Collection Cab. Our award-winning Vintners selection is sourced from select vineyards around California. So you don't know just anywhere in California, no specific area. I think I've originally said Sonoma, Napa. It could be from anywhere. Also 2018. We'll see. I like the Sterling that's about $30. This is 11. Probably in some areas 12 or 13, maybe higher. But oh God, what is that? That doesn't even smell right. That doesn't even smell right. I think it's opening up. Hold on. I don't know. It's got like a rotten fruit and vegetable aroma. Like slightly rotting fruit and vegetables. It's not appealing. I almost wouldn't guess this is wine by sniffing it. I know that sounds insane. And these colors are dark, but look, it doesn't even look right onto the rim. Almost murky. Oh, that's awful. Oh, that's terrible. That's as bad as the Montez. I mean, some tannin, but there's no flavor. These are $10. These are supposed to be pop and pour. These wines are just poorly made. No good. That's like a D minus. No, the first two are D, McManus C minus. This is a D. It's just no good. Just no good. Last but not least, well, last but not least, what a horrible statement here. 2017 Chew Buck Chuck Cabernet. I don't remember if I did the 2017. I'll be honest, I'm even shocked they put vintages on these. I mean, I don't even know. They don't tell you where they're sourcing their grapes. Could just be from anywhere. They're saying Napa. Yeah, I don't know. It smells like the Sterling. Like rotting tomato. Like a rotting tomato. It's a spice. No. It's as bad as the Sterling. D minus. I mean, for $3 versus Sterling is, what did I say? 12, 11. Equally bad. D minus. Just nothing. Just nothing to it. These wines are awful. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. I keep doing it to just see if in this price range there's just something. And I just tried a bunch of different ones, and these are just no good. I can't get behind any one of these wines. None of them. For anything. Not cooking. Maybe if you don't like somebody. Somebody doesn't know wine at all. Does this even work for somebody that doesn't know wine at all? I don't know. I just don't know. These aromas are awful. Where's the fruit? These are Cabernets. Young Cabernet. Where's the cassis? Where's the blackberry? Where's the anything? I mean the green pepper. Like these are it's terrible. It's terrible. I can't drink that at all. The $2 chocolates. I mean, this is. I don't know how people buy this stuff by the case. The Trader Joe's near me has a line out the door, the one that sells alcohol. And I suspect a lot of it has to do with people buying the inexpensive alcohol from there. But I'll go through the four again, just one more time. But I cannot recommend these. So Montez, Chile. Now it smells spicy, baking spice. A little bit more peeling on the nose, so maybe something blew off. You wouldn't know it's Cab, but a little better aroma, a little more appealing. You can tell this is better than the Sterling and the $2 Chuck for sure. But not by a lot, but better. I might bump this to a C- here. This one. This looks like it with a little bit of air got a touch better, a hair better. You notice I don't want to actually consume any of them. If any one of these was worth swallowing, I would. They're just not. They're just not. So we'll go back to Columbia Crest when it smells like burnt rubber. Still smells like burned rubber. Burned rubber band, burnt rubber. Awful. Just an unappealing smell. This is the second time, I think, on Inexpensive Washington. I think I did Horse Heaven Hills, this Columbia Valley. It's just something not right about these. I don't think the thing is. No, it's disgusting. No. No. Cannot get behind these. I'm just going to dump all these. I think. All right, this changed a little. What did I say originally? It smelled like. Oh, I said this one had a little bit of fruit. The raspberries. Yeah, it's still got a touch of fruit. See if I get any more aromas. It's the best of the bunch for $8. The McManus. That's the McManus. Screw top, too. Not that matters. But maybe they saved on the cork and put it into the wine. Heck if I know. This is just... It's probably the best of the bunch. I still don't want to drink it. But I would drink it over all the other ones if I had to. At least it's got a hint of a red fruit. Like a fruit, period. None of the ones have any fruit at all. There's no fruit. They're all these other flavors. They aren't tertiary. They're just off-putting. Maybe it's volatile acidity. Maybe it's other things, other winemaking flaws, or they're adding preservatives, or they're adding colorings, and I don't know what they're doing, but they just don't taste good. Yeah, I mean, minimally the best. I might be a C. Oh, Sterling. One more try. And then I'll put them in an order, and I'll conclude this video. Have a little bit of wine I was having from yesterday. Alright, let's see. The aroma looks like it changed a little bit. I don't know about for the better, but... It's a little muted. No, it tastes awful and astringent and terrible. Some of the rotten garbage, rotten fruit and rotten vegetable flavors have dissipated, thank God. But it doesn't taste good. It just doesn't taste like anything appealing. I mean, to have one of these and to have a $50 Cabernet is a mind-blowing difference. I'd say even an amateur wine drinker, just somebody that just isn't interested in all of it, can probably tell the difference between a 50 and a 10. At this $10 range, they're just not. They're sub 15. It's not good. It just don't taste good. I know how high up you got to go. I guess 30. I had the Sterling at $30, which was pretty good. But I've had some that are a little in that price range that aren't very good. I think Oberon, I think. 30, I think, or around that price, maybe a little less. Wasn't good. Remember having it at a tasting. So, no, can't recommend any of these. I'll put them in order. I'd say the last place is, I'm actually going to put, now, I got to put, these are These are last place for sure. The Charles Shaw, these are probably equally terrible. I'd then say the Sterling, the Montez, and the McManus. None are good, but if I had to rate them from here down, can't recommend any. I'm not going to drink any. They're actually all going to get poured out, so it's an absolute waste of wine. Actually, I'm not going to pour them out. I will retry them tomorrow. I will retry them before I even put it on a video to see if they're even worth the time of a video and go from there. So I'll cork these up and give them another shot tomorrow. Not expecting much. In the meantime, I'm going to go back to drinking a wine that I do enjoy, and I consider one of the best of the bunch type. So this is Illuminati's Pialuni Montepulciano d'Abruzzo. This is their their top of the line Montepulciano d'Abruzzo. This wine's typically around 60. I got it for 45. It was on sale, 20% off. This wine's awesome. It's 2008. It's a lot of time in oak. I think they must keep it because, I mean, it's 2008. They don't release these. It takes them a while to get these released. But a really dark colored wine with a lot of good flavor. And you'll see it even pours very dark. Darker than the others, but it's naturally this color, not mega purpled or whatever. Mega reds. I mean, this smells... First of all, it smells Italian. I mean, it just smells Italian, and I can't really describe that much more than it smells Italian. And it has just a huge bouquet. Like, just, it shoots out. Yeah. You can smell the oak a little bit. So a little bit of, like, a vanilla-ness. That's definitely in there. There's blackberry, there's baking spices. And that tannin and the length. See, that's, I think, wow, that's such a separation. So even on the nose, if I can't tell, I would never be able to pick out Montepulciano d'Abruzzo. I would have no way. I feel like there's so, I don't have that skill set, no doubt. But that taste, it's still tasting it, it's still long, the tannin structure is there, and the acid's there. Like, it's just, it's real wine. I guess these might be manipulated to be what, I don't know, except mass production. This is definitely not manipulated. This smells different than on the nose yesterday. On the nose, it's got an herbal, a much more herbal smell today, like a black tea. That's what this is. That's what it kind of has a smell like, a black tea smell. There's another odor, an aroma in there. I just can't place my finger on it. There's something else in there today. But still, there's 5 or 6 aromas that are very prominent, where these I was struggling to get 1 or 2. And most of them are off-putting. But then the taste and on the length, you can absolutely tell the quality here versus any of these other wines, which were just fading within seconds. I'm curious. If I try a little McManus, I think that was the 3rd one in. No. 4th one was McManus. How would it be right after that wine? I have a little water. Yeah, this actually smells like off-putting. When you smell that, which all these really pronounced real wine aromas, and then you go to this it must be volatile acidity. So I'm not good at detecting volatile acidity, but that must be what is in a lot of these wines, and it's off-putting. And nothing. It's gone. The finish is already gone. There's no tannin structure. There's no structure, period. There's no structure to these wines. They fall off, but they're dark. They're kind of dark. Not as dark as this, but they're dark. That means they're manipulated to be dark. But they don't taste dark. They taste thin. They're imbalanced. Oh gosh, they're just not good. think I've said it too many times, but gosh, I can't say it enough. And then this is good. I wish I could get that aroma. It's something in there. It's like a fig, a stewed fig. Stewed something in there. Stewed fruit. That's what it is. It's a stewed fruit. It's like a stewed fig combined with like a stewed red fruit. And then that length, the tannin, covers your palate. Just great. Anyway, I love this wine. Probably my favorite Montepulciano d'Abruzzo to date. So I give this wine 4.5 to 5 stars on Vivino, just because it's the best of breed that I've ever had for Montepulciano d'Abruzzo. Even the $15 Illuminati Illico is awesome. Awesome sub $15 wine. And I got one of those as well, so I'll be trying that. And I have one more of these, so I wanted to have that yesterday with my steak. That's it. Next one will be a variety of reds, which I'm not looking forward to after how this went, but I'm just having more hope that getting out of the Cabernet category might give more hope to these lesser reds. Other reds that are not Cabernet. Maybe they have some Cabernet, but not Cabernet. And then I'm going to do whites as well, and I got high hopes for the whites. And I always have Charles Shaw as a baseline comparison. Since I did those wines separately, I wasn't very fond of the reds at all. I was a little bit more fond of the whites, specifically the Sauvignon Blanc, and I think I want to say the Chardonnay, because you could tell they were characteristically correct, especially the Sauvignon Blanc, but light and thin, and just sort of short finish. But you could tell what you were drinking. So a little longer than I wanted to go on this video. Have a good Saturday night. Enjoy the Super Bowl, and that's it.